Hello, Serious Survivor here, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the gun control proposals that had been brought to light by Mr. Biden. And it's not just the restrictions that we have to worry about. Biden has already stated that he's coming after AR-15s, which also means that he's coming after AK variants and basically any other semi-automatic rifle that could be considered by him an assault rifle. We know that. We know that he's coming after high capacity magazines, anything that holds, he said 30, 40, 100 rounds in his speech. But if we think about and look at California's ban, you're talking about anything over 10 rounds. And I can see this is very restricting. So my question on that to begin with is, what happens to the people that own 30, 40, 50, 100 round magazines and this law is passed? Are we required to turn these in and lose the money that we spent on them? Or will these be confiscated by our government with our rights being violated once again by this administration? We're in for a very difficult summer, but I predict that the winter is going to be even worse. And in the live stream upcoming this weekend, we're going to talk more about that. But I wanted to talk briefly, just very briefly, about what this gun control actually is going to do. If you read the orders, if you read the speech on the White House's website, they actually put up the speech itself, and you can read it word for word. And you start researching the articles and researching the things that Biden was talking about, especially with this new spending package, this new $1.9 trillion spending package for supposedly for infrastructure that's coming out. There's a lot of things in there. If you really read through this, it's not really outlining what it's going to do with the exception of a few things. And the things that it does that really jumps to my attention, every category that's outlined in that spending package is creating multiple new government agencies. What we're seeing is Biden growing the government, and not just on the spending package, but on gun control. He said he was going to create 5 new task force. That's 5 government agencies that did not exist yesterday that will exist in the near future. And these people are going to be targeting gun dealers, and they're going to be looking for the ones who, supposedly break the laws. Now, I'll be honest, as an ex-gun dealer myself, the requirements to hold and maintain a federal firearm license are pretty strict. You have to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, not only will you lose your license, but you're facing time in prison. So there are not many gun dealers out there. I've never met one myself. I've never had any gun dealer try to make an illegal sale to me. And I think that stands true for most people. Biden talks about gun control like it's the issue that we're facing. He keeps talking about the assault rifles and wanting to ban assault rifles again. Crimes aren't committed with assault rifles generally. I know that some are, but the vast majority are not. And anyone that was going to commit a crime with an assault rifle, if you want to term them as that, then if they did not have access to an assault rifle, they could commit that same crime with a 6-shot revolver. This is absolutely ridiculous that thinking controlling the tools that some criminals use is going to control them, because the majority of gun owners in the United States are law-abiding citizens. And that's part of the problem. Part of the problem is we don't stand up for our rights like these terrorists that were in our streets last summer and are probably going to be in our streets again this summer. If January 6th was an act of terrorism, then so was the entire year of 2020. And it's pretty much time that we stand up for our rights. Maybe we should take a page out of their playbooks. But if you read deep enough into this gun control legislation and read deep enough into this new spending package that they're, supposedly already have passed, but partially passed, it's hard to get a straight answer from anyone. But if you read deep enough into this, the majority of the money that's being spent in these packages is in the creation of new government entities, new government agencies. Is that what we really need as a nation? More government control? That's part of the problem, is there's too much government control. Right now, we see that the Department of Justice just announced today that they're going to sue the state of Georgia over their voting reform laws that were just passed. This is getting out of hand. It's passed out of hand. And it's going to be at the point to where we won't have a choice except to live in a totalitarian society if something is not done, if we don't stand together and something doesn't happen very soon. I'm not advocating violence. But I am advocating protest, and I am advocating talk to your senators, call them every day, 10 times a day, until they get so tired of hearing it, they actually stand up and do the jobs that they were voted into office to do, if you even believe the voting system works these days. But I just wanted to touch on a couple of subjects. We're going to have a live stream Saturday night, and we're going to get deeper into all of these subjects, and we're really going to visit some areas that probably would get me kicked off of YouTube. But let's check it out, and let's do it anyway. Thanks a lot for watching. God bless, and for now, Serious Survivor, out.